21st of May, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Okay. Good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here at Yeshiva Samanapshi. Learning our second shir, Mishnah Berura. We're in Siman Kuf Nun. That's in the second volume of the Mishnah Berura. And Sif Gimel. I'll bring it to Sif Gimel. Let's see, Ma'am, would you like to read?
Okay, so it says, let's see, me, Shehigbia, Beito, Yoter, Mibeit Knesset, Yeshomrim, Shekofim Oto Lahashpilo. Okay, so let's see. So if someone built a house higher than the shul, they say, kofim, what's kofim?
Force, you force.
They force him to lower it. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Ve'imasa binyan gavoha yoter, and if he made the building higher, more higher, the Karen Echad in one corner of the shul, Sagi Bechach, let it be?
That's sufficient. I mean, I think that's considered sufficient that it's considered to be higher than the shul, and he'll have to take it down.
Oh.
We'll see. Let's see. I don't think there's any Mishnah Berura. Is there Mishnah Berura here? Yeah, and Sifkat Meches. Yeah, Sifkat Meches.
Okay. So it says Bekeren Echad mi Beit HaKnesset. Okay, so if one corner of the Beit Knesset is higher. Let's see. Rotzelomar, that is to say, Shehigbia Rak Zavit Echad Mikatle Beit Knesset. That he built only Zavit is a corner.
Yeah, a corner. There's a section of the wall in the Beit Knesset that is bigger than the Beit Knesset. It's a section of the wall.
Oh, the section of the wall is bigger. Okay. The Davka Shehigbio Ayidei Binyan Kigon Bigag O Aliyah. Okay, and specifically, he built it. He built it Ayidei Binyan.
Next. Binyan. Specifically, it was built through some type of a structure. Kigon Begag or Aliyah. It was part of the roof or the attic space, perhaps, the upper story.
Okay. Avalo kimo sheosin kitzat letocha vin amud barzel b'keren achat. Okay.
But it's not like some do that they they attach a amud barzel, a iron pole, b'keren echad, in one of the corners, right? Lo aliyu klum v'tiknaso. They don't. It doesn't help any with what they've tried to fix up.
Um, Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, good.
Okay, very good. So, okay, this halacha we see to be careful, to be respectful of the heights of the base Knesset, not to um, cringe on the heights of the base Knesset. Okay, let's proceed to
Oh, you know,
six
that's,
Dalit. Yeah, what do you want to say, man?
no, I think it was okay. No, because I was thinking of the synagogue that I grew up in.
Right.
What they did initially, in the back of the shul, they built a little apartment for the caretaker of the shul.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking maybe that was higher than the shul, but it wasn't. It wasn't, because the roof of the shul was actually higher than that section of the building.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. So we're going on to Dalid now.
I think, yes, I think so.
Okay. So it says Dalid, Abone keneged chalon bet knesset ein maspik lo v'charchakat arba amot v'fi shehu tzarich or gadol. Okay, so let's see if they built, I guess, opposite the window of the Beit Knesset.
Right. Let's say they built some structure that was opposite, as you said, the window of the base Knesset.
Okay, let's see, the Knesset. Ein Maspik. It's not enough for him to distance it only 4 amot. So it has to be more than 4 amot, I guess. Distance from the window of the shul.
Right.
Okay.
So that's go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, just to finish up, Lafisha hu tzarich or gadol, because the shul needs a lot of light.
Right. Don't forget, we're speaking in the time. This was written when they didn't have electrical lights, right? So they were in great need of window space, that the sufficient light should be able to come into the Beit Knesset. So because even if they would use candles and such, oil lamps, but that's expensive, right? That's, if you're in an enclosed structure, say chakras, and it's, there's no light from the outside, so you have to light oil or wicks, and that adds to expenses.
Right, right. Wow. Uh-huh. Okay. So let's see, Dalid in the Mishna Berura. Okay, so it's a tet. Okay, it's on Beit Knesset. Oh, the Ain. Okay. Ain must peak low, so it wouldn't be enough for it. Okay, Roselomar, the ilu bana kotel b'rishuto neged halono shel chavero. That is to say that even if he built the wall with permission, reshut.
Well, that means, if again, Mr. Brewer is starting out by making a comparison. I mean, the normal halacha is that if you want to build a wall
Uh-huh.
opposite a window of your neighbor, it's sufficient if you distance your wall 4 amas away from his window, because that'll allow enough light for the personal usage of the person in his own home. So 4 amas is the minimum. So that's what you're obligated to do if you're dealing with a private individual. But as we saw here in the Mechaber here, if you're going to be building a wall against opposite a window of a Beit Knesset, it's not sufficient, this normal distancing of 4 amas. The Mechaber didn't say exactly how much you should distance it, but all he said was it's not enough a distancing of 4 amas.
Right.
So
Wow.
now the Mishnah is saying in the normal case between you and your neighbor, if you want to build a wall, you've got to distance your new wall from his window 4 amas.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Dinahu b'tzarich laharchik 400 k'dei shelo yafilu et chalono vadai.
No,
Okay.
stop. After chalono, right? That
Oh, okay.
in the normal case where you are building a wall opposite the window of your friend, the halacha is dinahu. The halacha is the law is sorech laharkik dalet amas. You have to distance your new wall from his window 4 amas. Kadei shlo yapilu es chalon. You shouldn't darken his window. Yapilu from afil ra'afil is shlo yapil es chalon. You shouldn't darken his window.
Oh, okay.
Vidai, and 4 amas is sufficient.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's my safer. The comma is after Vidai. That's why.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, so it's sufficient. Okay, aval beveda knesset ditzarich or gadol mehane hitzakat halonot. Okay, maybe you should stop there. Okay, so but in the Beit Knesset, they need a lot of light, great light. Mehane hazakat, that is strong.
Right. Our Beit Knesset, the Tzurach or Gadol, Mahani Heskes Chalonos. Heskes Chalonos is Hazak is like a status quo, right? So with a big Knesset, they need a great amount of light. It helps the Hazakas Chalonos. And they have a pre-existing preference that they have to be unencumbered, the windows of the Beit Knesset.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mikvar sheyetz arik l'chachik yoter. So that they need to be already.
There has to be a greater
Distant.
distancing.
A greater distance. Okay. Below nit ba'er kama yoter. We don't have to explain any more.
Well, the loan is bar kama yotim. The Mechaber didn't tell us how much further you have to distance the window of the wall.
Oh, okay. So the text really just says more than 4 amot.
But it says 4 is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't tell you how much it is.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. The Al-Kol Panim Bishmona Amot Badai Sagi. Nevertheless, 8 amot is certainly okay.
So it says here that Al-Kopanim Bishmona Amos Badai Sagi. That's right. With 8 amos, that's definitely enough.
Okay. Let's see. The Ayin, the Sha'arei Teshuvah, the Shem Hanoda, the Yehuda, Ayin Pri Megadim, She Mistapek. So all of these are doubtful of this. All these other commentators.
Right.
Shari Teshuva, okay, in this name of Hanoda Biyuda. And see the Pri Megadim about This doubt about this doubtfulness, I guess.
Right.
Okay. Le'inyan azara the Ezrat Nashim.
Right. They have doubts as to the halacha about the windows which are used for the azara, meaning the hallways, and the women's section of the shul.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Imgam Sham Lo Sagi Arba Amot. So what, also there's it's not sufficient for Amot.
It says Megadim is in doubt as to the requirement that we're discussing here of having no new wall put up by the windows of the shul, if that applies to the windows of the hallway and the windows of the women's section.
Ah, okay. Uladati nireh. Okay, and I guess in my opinion it appears dehavu dela losif Allah divlav achegam ikar ina demechaber eno barur. Okay, so dehavu dela.
Okay, that V'ladaiti near the havu lo osif Allah. It will have hoki gam ikudina and the mechaber in a brewer. So apparently the Mishnah Berura is saying that it's not, in his opinion, he's apparently saying you can't limit the person's desire to build the wall by the windows of the hallways and the windows of the women's section, whereas you can only limit him for the main windows of the shul, which are basically where the men are davening. But the other place of the shul, you have no right to limit his building of his wall.
Uh-huh. Okay. Ayin b'chidushay Rabbi Akiva Eger. Okay. Katav Rama b'tshuva Sof Siman Lamed Bet. It says, see the Chidushay of Rabbi Akiva, and it's written in the Rama in Teshuva at the end of Siman Lamed Bet. That's 32. Okay. Let's see. Chatzar Beit Knesset she'ein bo tashmish chanua l'rabim. So what the courtyard of the bake of the shul.
Right. Let's say you have a courtyard of the shul.
Okay.
It doesn't have any private usage.
Private usage. Okay. Okay. So then ein yicholin limchot liyachid shepoteach sham chalonotav.
Right. You can't protest. Can't protest for someone who's going to put windows there.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Uh-huh.
let's say,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Let's see in the brackets. The Chilfoteach halo no neged reshut harabim damya. You can put windows near the thoroughfare.
Right, that putting windows next to the public domain.
Oh, okay. I remember I used to daven in a shul in Highland Park where we davened in the Beit Medrash, which was at the street level, and they had windows facing the main street, so we always had the shades down. I don't know whether it's that we shouldn't look out or people shouldn't look in, but nonetheless the shades were down. Okay.
That's very good, that's right.
Yeah. So aval ima kahal potchim halonot bet haKnesset l'chatzero. Oh, but so if the congregation opens the windows of the Beit Knesset to the courtyard, yachol hu limchot biyadam. They're able to limchot is erase, isn't it?
Limchos is to protest.
To protest. Oh, so that's an expression, limchot biyadam, with their hands.
Yeah, protest against them. It means protest against them.
Oh, against them. Ah, okay. Ad kan devaro. Devarav. So this ends the gra.
That's right. So if the kahal, if the congregation is opening windows from the shul to his chutzner, let's say, for example, let's say the
To his
first,
chutzner.
right? He has a chutzner, he has a courtyard, and that
Mhm.
courtyard shares the same wall as the wall of the Beit Knesset, right?
Right. Okay.
So now the shul wants to open up windows that will now overlook his courtyard, right? So Yochu Hulim Chos Adam, that he the household owner can protest against the shul from opening up windows to his chutzner, because previously he's been using his chutzner for his private purposes,
Ah,
right? Who
right.
knows, whatever he does, he wants to say, it's a enclosed chutzner. Let's say he wants to do things in private, and he has been doing things in private there. So now, if the shul is going to open the windows from the shul to his chutzner, that's going to limit his usage of his property,
Ah,
right? So he can protest against them for opening up windows, which will limit the use of his own property.
Okay.
Okay. I see it's about two. It's about
It's 10:30.
yeah. So we're in the middle of this. So let's make a note where we can pick up tomorrow. Where
Okay.
Yochalim biyada madkan l'shana. Right. Yeah. If you just make a note so we can pick up accurately tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. So a tet. Okay. Very good.
Right.
Shchai, thank you so much, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Mayor. Very good. Good Rosh Chodesh to all of you.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Rosh Chodesh to you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank
Okay.
you. Hope to see you both tomorrow. Be well.
Yeah. Excellent.